Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak. Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.
And we're finally live, bros.
Sup, how's it going? We're live.
Sorry for the late start, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Please go ahead and share this if you're watching it on Twitter. Retweet. If you're watching live on YouTube, share this on social media. We're also live on Facebook, so you could share that if you're watching on Facebook and then delete Facebook. Yeah, head on over to Float, Twitch, D Live. We're live on like 10 different platforms. You can watch it anywhere else, just not on Facebook. I literally go live on Facebook just to tell you to delete Facebook. Matthias, D&B, thank you all for tuning in. Salt and Crypto, much love. Chili B in the house, appreciate the support. Everybody, hope you're having a day. Happy Monday. It is Monday, right? Yeah, happy Monday to everybody. As always, my co-host with the most host is Nathan. How goes it?
Good, just karate chopping the air in honor of all you fine people watching. I'm excited.
Our guest today is this fine bearded fellow. Dude, I wish I didn't cut my shit. Oof, can't wait to grow
I
it back
almost
out.
cut it the other day. I'm so glad I didn't.
There should be like a fucking helpline people like with beards should call before they get their beards shaved or cut. Like, just like a support line that we call.
It should be like buying a gun. There should be like 72-hour period or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to fill out paperwork.
You have to get a permit to cut your beard. That way you don't have beard cut regret afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely fight for regulation in the beard industry for sure.
For sure.
I am jealous of the hair though. I am jealous of the
Thank
hair.
you.
So mine was about 14 inches on top a week ago.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I've got to do video blogs, and I've got to do interviews and stuff over the next month. I need to go back to my faux hawk, more business style.
We call that professional.
Professional.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to just be like a unicorn though, and just like go, just like whatever happens, you know.
Yeah. And but they couldn't get me to cut my beard. I did think about it, but I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, you even got the mustache growing out, man. Not too many people grow the stash with the beard.
Yeah.
We're a rare facial breed, bro. So it's good to meet you, Scott. I really appreciate it. And I wanted to let people know, just they can check out the website while we're chatting. It's jellyz.io, jellies.io. And let me just bring up a screen share real quick so you can introduce yourself and your project together here. So yeah, why don't you let the audience know a little bit about yourself? Maybe it's always good to start with like, how you got into crypto and how that led you to what you're doing now.
Yeah, for sure. So I got into crypto in about 2010, late 2009. Bitcoin was very, very, very early. It was a white paper that people were sharing on online, and I got into it. And my wife, I've got a funny story. I had about 77,000 Bitcoin when Bitcoin was roughly 6 or 7 cents a coin. I had 3 or 4 computers in my living room mining Bitcoin, and my wife was getting overly frustrated and came into the living room one day, and she's like, get these computers out of the living room. They're eating up our electricity. It's not worth it. And so I did just that. And looking back on it, 77,000 Bitcoin at Bitcoin's peak would be $4 billion or so.
Oh my God.
Last year. So that was my introductory to crypto, and the biggest regret I've ever had. But looking back on it, when it got to $1, I would have sold 100%. Nobody could hold.
Yeah, you weren't hold until it's like, you definitely when it sold the peak, you'd be like, this thing is going to $1 million. I'm going to be like the richest person in history.
And I almost got back into Bitcoin a few times when it got into 200, 300. But back then I was naively comparing crypto to stocks, and I'm like, there's not very many stocks that are over $200 or $300. So this is going to be the peak for sure. And sadly, that was not it. But I did. Learned my lesson when Ethereum came out. I also got into Dogecoin very, very early on. If there's any Dogecoin hodlers watching right now,
there are.
What's up? Dogecoin sadly is being very stagnant at a very, very low value right now. So if you're a holder, I feel you. If you bought in the 60s or 70s, that's when I sold. So I feel your pain. But who knows? Elon might might do some tweets or something and boost Dogecoin again. We'll see. But as far as this particular project, I did NFTs early last year. Kind of got into them, dabbled a little bit, bought and sold some. They really didn't take off until summer of last year, and I was unfortunately not in them at that time. David Klein, the creator and founder of Jelly Belly, reached out to me. We had done some treasure hunts. He does a national kind of gold ticket Willy Wonka style treasure hunt, and he reached out, did a post on his Facebook page and said, hey, I'm thinking about starting a company or funding a company. If anybody's interested, reach out. So me and however many hundreds or thousands of people reached out to him, and he picked 4. And I happened to be one of them because of my crypto experience and my NFT knowledge and knowledge of blockchain and smart contracts. And Jellies was born from that. So
that's so random. I love that. That's like, that's so makeshift.
Right. Just 4 random strangers. So our board consists of 4 people, and we had never met each other prior to this project, and now we're pumping it along, and it's pretty exciting to be a part of it for sure.
Yeah, I see. And what I love about it, like, look at this art. Do you remember those little? I guess they were jelly beans too, or beans that like you would knock them over or whatever. They were like magnetic metal things. They were hot for like one Christmas back in the day.
I do not remember those.
Anybody in the chat? I feel like Zombie 3D. You'd probably know what I'm talking about.
Probably know.
It's kind of like this vibe, but they were these physical little things, and I don't think they were jelly beans or something, but they were like, what do you call those things that you knock, like a Weeble Wobbles? Those little
wobble.
Yeah, a Weeble Wobbles, but it don't fall down.
I think it was called a wobbly bean, right? Am I wrong?
I don't know, but it's hitting a nostalgic bone. This red one right here makes me feel like this could look like you after we hang out. With the bloodshot eyes, I love the art.
I picked that. I use that as my PFP a lot.
Oh, really? That is awesome. I called it.
Mainly because that's how I look after 30 hours of Twitter Spaces, nonstop. That's about how I look and feel. We've been going hard on Twitter Spaces and co-hosting some spaces and just kind of vibing with the community and getting to know everybody in the NFT world. And it's a very long process to do that. And I usually have to call it quits after 30 or 32 hours of being on nonstop, and my wife's like, hey, you gotta sleep, and I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, Twitter Spaces can be a little rough. The only thing that annoys me about it is like the people that you can tell they want to be like a radio host or something.
Yep.
Oh, you get a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's frustrating. But yeah, I've got to do that too. It's maybe the worst part of what I do, honestly. Have you found like a lot of people, like how's the response in those communities, honestly? Because I know it can be a little fickle.
Yeah, so it's been pretty good. You've got to pick and choose your Twitter Spaces for sure. There's some that are it's hit and miss. It's like rolling the dice. Get in there, kind of listen for a little bit, see what their topics are, see if it's something that you want to partake in, and then request to speak and see how it goes. But we've been pretty fortunate on the spaces that we've been invited to, and I think that it definitely could have been worse. So I'm appreciative to the Twitter Space hosts and stuff that have brought us up and vibed with us and gave us advice on different things, and we gave them advice. And I think I've got on Twitter now maybe 500 messages in my inbox every week asking for advice on different NFT projects and if they should dox or not dox, and just different things on the NFT side of things. And I didn't intend to be looked at as, a quote unquote expert, because there's a lot of things I don't know as well. But we've been definitely reaching out and helping as many projects as we can kind of go about their project in the best way for the community, rather than looking like a potential rug pull, or there's just so many people doing NFT projects that really don't know the fundamental basics on what they should do and time frame, and they try to rush things. And so yeah, we've been fortunate to get in some Twitter spaces trying to help people out in that regard. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun journey for sure.
Yeah, it can be a little interesting. You get frustrated with all the message requests? Because I don't mind some of them, but the ones that I can tell are just about money, which is like a huge issue.
Oh yeah, most of them are. Yeah, so I had my DMs off for the longest time for that reason. We'd always get DMs that say, hey, we really like your project. We should collab.
Yeah.
The collab really means that they want you to pay them 2 Ethereum so they can retweet one of your tweets, or, quote unquote, boost your following, or guarantee you so many Discord people. And, anybody that's listening, if you get those DMs, block them. Do not partake in it. It's probably going to be bots. Any engagement they give you is probably going to be bots. And you don't want that type of engagement on your profile for sure.
Yeah, fuck collab. Look for a bro lab. That's all. I'll just
Yeah.
just throw a beard and dreads on something with the bloodshot
Beard
eyes.
lab.
Bro lab.
Beard. Yeah, we got this. We got this.
I wanted to go over the roadmap a little bit with you here, because I just see that it has ERC 20 tokens. It has staking and breeding. It's going, retro here with the crypto kitties mechanics. We got breeding,
Yep.
leveling, staking, and you also have a metaverse in the works. Is this like Sandbox Decentraland, or is this like something else?
So I've personally reached out to both. Decentraland was way more inviting than Sandbox, believe it or not, and other people have had the opposite reaction to that. But I think we're pushing more to do something in Decentraland, so we'll buy some land there. And I can't speak too much on what our ideas are, because that's so far in the future. So I don't want to hype that up and have it come 6 months or 7 months after launch and people are disappointed that it took so long. But we are looking into something like that. That's at the very, very end, I think, of where we put our roadmap at the moment. But we're also some alpha here. We're also looking into possibly doing our own metaverse with some land and stuff in the future, partnering with some other NFT projects possibly, and doing a collab in that regard. But right now our focus is probably doing something in Decentraland.
All right, cool.
That's cool. I think like one of the main questions a lot of people are probably wondering is, what's your favorite jelly bean in general?
So I'm a root beer guy. I really like the root beer jelly beans.
Weird. Sorry for calling you weird, but that's not what I expected.
Yeah, root beer is just, I remember back in the day, the root beer barrels and stuff. I really liked those. Anything that's root beer, I'm a big root beer guy.
Yeah,
Although
forget about it.
I'm cheating on root beer and currently drinking a 0 sugar Dr. Pepper. So it is what it is, I guess.
I'm sure root beer is in it.
What'd you say?
I said I'm sure root beer is in Dr. Pepper. There's like 23 flavors, right?
Yeah, I think they're cousins.
So it's like you're not cheating on root beer. It's like an orgy with root beer.
True.
Yeah,
It's
you're all
We're
together.
doing a couple with some Dr. Pepper involved in it. Yeah.
My favorite jelly
Nathan-
bean was the black licorice, though, growing up, just because it skeeved people out, and then I turned myself into a fan of it.
So black licorice is one of the original 8 flavors that David Klein invented. So
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. That is awesome. Well, yeah, I love that flavor now. It was a troll flavor at first for me. I'm sure it was for him, too. He's like, I'm going to throw this in here. Gotchas. Like, it was like one of those, it's like almost nasty, but then I love it. I don't know how to explain black licorice. It's like,
I've never been a fan of black licorice or anything. I don't, David, if you're watching, I apologize. I don't think I've ever had the black licorice jelly beans. I really don't think I've ever
it's an
eaten them.
acquired taste for sure.
You just get rid of them.
See, that's
You gotta
why I
find
need
somebody
them.
that's going to eat anything.
That's me, exactly. That's why I ended up liking them. Nobody in around Easter and stuff. None of my siblings like them, so they would be there, and I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna waste these.
Even the dog won't eat those.
So anytime I get a bag of jelly beans that have black in them, I'm gonna pile them all up and send them to Ken.
Yeah,
I got
see?
you. I
Exactly.
got
Great.
Now you get it.
to.
What's your favorite, Nathan?
I'm kind of like weird. I like the buttered popcorn Jelly Bellies, but if we're talking like original flavors, I probably only know them by colors. So I'm just gonna say I like the red one.
Cherry?
Cherry.
Cherry.
The cherry, the strawberry is there's a lot of red fruits. Let's be real.
Cherry is actually very good. If I had to pick a close second, it'd be cherry for sure. For sure.
Not bad.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like cherry though.
A lot of people like. I've had a lot of messages that, oh man, we loved the popcorn flavor.
Mm.
I have to admit I've probably only had that once, and I don't really recall it, so I don't know if it was my favorite. But yeah, I mean, jelly beans are. I mean, they're just amazing. Anyways, I love all of them. So
My theory is we only have Easter because of the invention of the jelly bean. Like they invented a
there you go.
holiday to celebrate a candy.
Yeah, it's
There-
screwed up.
And the
to that.
backstory for the holiday, the lore is pretty badass. If you think about it, it was all created for a candy. It was all because of the jelly bean we have Easter.
Yeah. Also, the Cadbury egg was very popular. I mean,
I remember the eggs. Yes, they're so good. They're
Now
so
that's
good.
a collab right there. Could you imagine jelly bean, Cadbury egg collab?
Yeah, there's just stuff inside the jelly beans. It's kind of good.
Nice. I will say that we're reaching out to 3D animators to do a lore
Oh, yeah.
on.
Oh,
where
Sultan
jelly-
Crypto's in the chat. He's literally like the world's best 3D animator. Sultan
Yeah.
Crypto is watching right now. Bro, reach
Really?
on out. Yeah, jellies.io.
Yeah,
Join
absolutely.
up their Discord. You can see
You know,
it right there at the
if-
bottom.
If you go to Twitter and do it's at Crypto Jellies, send me a message, and we are definitely looking for a 3D animator. You can DM me on Twitter, and I'll definitely respond today. But yeah, we're writing some lore about how jellies were created, and when the kind of the backstory on how they came alive, and do a cool little animation on that, maybe 30 to 60 seconds. And now I'm picturing a Cadbury bunny walking down the street and just shitting out some
Some
jelly beans.
Yes.
Something.
Licorice ones, and then Ken comes along and eats them.
I like your
Yeah.
imagination.
There you go. Yeah, Ken walks by, picks up one of the black
These
ones.
are good.
Oh, the black licorice. I love it. I love it.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
I would definitely pick a jelly bean up off the ground while walking around, like right off the street, and just be like, yeah, that's totally in character. Let's do this.
I'm not scared. I mean, I'm not afraid of a jelly bean. no matter how
Oh yeah, chain guys in the chat. Have you guys ever done that Bean Boozled challenge where there's two identical looking jelly beans with vastly different flavors? No,
Yeah.
I've spectated that game and watched a
hate
lot
it
of videos
so
on the
much.
internet of it. Funny enough, though, I like the grass flavored one. I like the dirt one. I don't know. There's like random ones that I've like tried out of those boxes that I'm just like, they're
Well, you're from the earth. Like, it makes sense that you like the grass and the dirt.
right.
Like, you're an earth.
My brain knows that it is not dirt, so I can still like, you know what I mean? I can eat. It's candy. My brain is like super aware that it's candy, so I can eat the grass and the jelly bean one, and just like, I don't know, I can appreciate the flavors, and it doesn't like turn me off to the fact that it's still sugar.
Hmm.
It's like I'll take that sugar. I don't care if it tastes like dirt or grass.
There's some awful ones, though. There's even like a
Yeah.
fabric.
Chain guy said there's dog food flavor. I feel like that would be a really cool like series to run of the jellies. It would be like a Bean Boozled type one where there are like those nasty flavors. Are they in the 10,000?
Not the original 10,000 Genesis collection, but we have. So the roadmap you see is roadmap 1.0. We have. I have a sketched little notepad with a potential roadmap 2.0 and 3.0 to add on to things in the future, but we don't really want our, user base to think that we're just going to pump this out and then forget about it once it's sold out and then move on to a different thing and a different thing. They all kind of collab together, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
So it's not going to
We
be
also
separate things like you have the bored apes and like the mutant apes. It wouldn't be like the original jellies and like another run of like nasty jellies.
potentially we have looked into doing, and I say we. I always present stuff to my board, and they either say, "Oh, that's a great idea," or sometimes they're like, I don't know about that." But I do have some ideas in the future of doing some type of, quote unquote serum or something. And I thought about doing it to where, you turn them into a nasty flavor, jelly beans, or, just something along that lines, or doing something closer towards, Halloween or something, and you turn them into, something else. And it is a different collection, but kind of just an add-on. The main focus would still be the original 10,000 jellies and the utility and function behind those. We do have, obviously you've read a little bit about the project. We do have the breeding, of course, that mixes different traits from the parents together. And then we also have evolution for the adults that do turn into super jellies. And I can't tell you too much on what those are going to look like or what the story is behind those, but those will definitely be different than the adult flavors and the adult jellies. They'll be, because that's the end evolution. So you can't evolve or level anything after that once you evolve them into a super jellies. So that'll be a fun treat for the first person that sees what those are when they evolve them. So
When you say adult jelly, my brain instantly saw a jelly bean in a gimp suit. Anybody else?
No, not
they,
that. But I was actually wondering, like, what are the logistics of two jellies breeding with each other? I just had like an
I hope there's
visual.
animation for this.
Yeah.
So we don't have animation drawn yet. We do want to have some type of cool, visual experience when you do mate the jellies. There's not a female or male jelly, right? So you can just put whichever one you'd like together. The thing that kind of sets our project apart from other projects is there's a burn chance when you mate. So your adult jellies have a certain percentage to burn.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
That's cool.
So that
I
creates a
mean, that's
deflation.
so realistic. You could always die during mating. And
there you go.
so
Yeah,
real.
they'll die with a smile on their face, I'm sure. But yeah, so there's it turns the NFT project into a deflationary NFT project. It also creates a little bit more risk, and the babies will have a little bit more value.
I love that
them.
the scarcity is part of the gamification of it. Like increased scarcity is part of the gamification.
Yeah. So one of the things when I jumped into the project and presented the idea of an NFT to David was, there's a lot of projects that are including scarcity and including a burn function in there to have some type of reward. And we don't want to do a cookie cutter project. We don't want it to be so similar to another project that there's nothing that sets us apart. So I thought that would be an interesting, unique way to incorporate the burn mechanic into it and kind of make it a fun thing with a little bit of risk behind it. And originally we were going to increase that risk the more times you mate that jelly, but we looked at the numbers and stuff and the algorithm, and we feel like having a set percentage is probably the way to go. So we have, more baby jellies being born and not, do a deflationary aspect to the adult jellies where you're going to get down to 200 adult jellies out of 10,000 in, the first 6 months. We definitely want to make it to where people aren't too scared to mate their jellies, but there's still some type of risk behind it. And then, of course, those baby jellies can then be leveled up depending on where you level them up and where you choose to evolve the baby jellies determines the rarity of that baby jellies when it evolves. So there's a lot of thought and kind of preparation went into the design of all of the aspects of it, from leveling to breeding to the evolving. And I think people will really enjoy it once it comes out. So
What marketplace are you looking at focusing on, and what I guess deciding factor really led you towards Ethereum and not something like Wax or Solana or whatever? There's so
Yeah,
many.
so the original project was going to be on Polygon. I had reached out to Polygon. I felt like that was probably the best direction to take it, just because of gas fees and the way the market was going, and um, ETH 2.0 taking a long time to come out, and looking back on it, the dev team kind of felt like maybe we should go on the main net rather than Polygon. They could gas optimize the contracts. All of the aspects and utilities are all broken up into individual contracts. So you've got the base ERC 721 contract, the breeding is on a separate contract. All of the utilities have been broken up into different contracts. And the dev team felt like they could really gas optimize them to where it's not going to be a huge impact gas wise. And especially with the rollout, fingers crossed that the ETH 2.0 merge happens, in June, July, August, sometime mid this year. I think that's potentially being a little over optimistic, but if that does roll out soon, the gas prices will definitely benefit from that and plummet quite a bit as well. So the other side of it, there's a stigma with Polygon right now and the projects that are being introduced on Polygon, and that was one of the concerns that the dev team brought up. That there's when you go onto Polygon, for some reason the stigma makes it seem like your project is less legitimate, or um, you know not backed properly, or that there's a negative look, I guess, on some of the projects on Polygon. And so they felt like if we did it on the Ethereum mainnet, that we'd probably get a little bit more traction, a little bit more exposure. And then the question came about, are people used to paying those gas fees right now, and do they pay them? And the answer was yes. A lot of people on Ethereum they're used to paying the gas fees. They know what the gas fees are. They know, don't mint it now. Wait until 11 o'clock at night when it's a little bit lower. Mint it then. That way you pay, half the gas fee. So we kind of did a vote. We don't have too many people in Discord at the moment. I think we haven't really pushed it too much. I think we've got 260 or so people on Discord. It's very, very early in the project. And so I put a poll on there, and Ethereum won out on the poll. And so we went ahead and decided to take it to the Ethereum mainnet rather than Polygon. So, and then for the marketplace, of course, we're kind of going the standard way. We're going to do OpenSea. As of right now, we're going to do OpenSea for the marketplace. The mint is going to be on our website.
What's funny? What's funny? If this was about a year ago, probably would have been like a Rarible collection. It's funny how like Rarible lost that vibe, right?
They lost their steam. Yeah. I was a big fan of Rarible. My first account and first purchase was on OpenSea, but Rarible was kind of OpenSea was easy to get into a year ago, and Rarible was like kind of if OpenSea was right here, Rarible was just above it, and kind of like that's where you want to go if you're like you've got this really, really cool collection, or you've got I don't know, it seemed better or more popular, or it had the potential to be more popular than OpenSea.
It had definitely had potential. Now it's just like if you're Burger King or Taco Bell or something, I guess you can go that route.
Yeah. Well, now you've got Coinbase getting into the mix, and that might shake things up a little bit. We'll see how that works out. But I did find it ironic that Coinbase is really pushing their new marketplace, and then all of a sudden OpenSea has this huge attack and vulnerability that's discovered right when OpenSea is getting on stage at NFT Denver. Literally the second they got on stage at NFT Denver, that hack happened. So
wow.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the things play out. But right now it's going to be on OpenSea. Depending on when we decide to do our pre-sales and stuff, before the contracts are finished, we might reevaluate what we think the best options would be. We were obviously new, so we didn't get that elusive invite to the Coinbase marketplace, grand opening. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that and see what the best route would be. But for now, yeah, it's definitely going to be on OpenSea.
All right. Have you seen what other of these kinds of like PFP kind of like limited series have done with? I think like like the Lazy Lions have like the bungalows. It's like a backdrop for the lion. Are
Yeah.
there going to be airdrops for like accessories to that? Is like kind of like kind of thing for like
Yeah.
holders?
So absolutely. So I'm really big on trying to keep up with what everybody else is doing and their thought process behind it. I just looked at the bungalows like a few days ago, I think, and I was like, oh, that's a really neat concept. And yeah, so we had looked into a company called Alchemy they do layer remixing, and right now their focus is on, if I had an NFT and I did a request for Kenn to then autograph or sign that NFT. So they take your signature, they take the original NFT, they combine them together. That NFT is locked, and they create a new NFT in that collection that has your signature on it. And then if Nathan wanted to one up you, Nathan could then sign that NFT, take off your signature, and give you a big, middle finger.
You're going
And
down, bro.
he can sign it too. So it kind of it has the potential to just completely get rid of derivative NFTs. I mean, it would make them useless at that point, because you could just do layering. And the dev team felt like they're not far enough into what they're doing to be able to do that. So my thought process behind it was, you can literally then make different clothing for jellies, or jellies holders could literally design or make their own assets or additions to jellies and sell them in a marketplace that we run on our website, and people can buy them and then layer them using Alchemy, and put different clothing or put different accessories, put different backgrounds, right? But the dev team kind of felt like we don't need them, that our dev team can work on their own layering aspects rather than using Alchemy. So they're in the process of figuring that out to see if that's something that we want to incorporate into the project. We don't have that on our roadmap, but that is something that they are looking into doing. Obviously, aside from that, we would definitely look into doing some of our own, doing different, bungalow type things or different backdrop type things, and anything that the community kind of wants, if it's something that we can implement. I feel like too many projects just, pump out a 10,000 generative collection and they force feed it down people's throats, and that's it. They don't really care if anything else sells. They just want that initial cash of the sell out of the 10,000, and then, they put very limited effort into anything after that. But I think that our project is kind of going to be unique in the regard that, if there's anything that the community wants, anything that the main holders want that we're able to implement, we'll absolutely look into the possibility of that. Or, future add-on collections, or right now, like I said, we've got the adults. Most of the assets are drawn already and ready to go. The babies, most of those are already drawn and ready to go. The super jellies are the things that we're developing right now, and we're kind of reaching out to the community that's already in there. I mean, 260 people, when we have a 10,000 generative collection, they've got a huge voting power right now to kind of shape the direction of some of the aspects of the project. So yeah, we'll definitely look into that.
I
have some
thought of
other
the alchemy, and accessorizing.
Yeah.
I'll put a tattoo on it, a tattooed jelly.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and I thought that the community
that.
could get really creative and develop or design their own assets, and then, upload them to our marketplace or something for other jellies owners to then purchase. I really like that idea of, community behind the project. So we'll see where that direction goes.
It's also true to kind of the open source nature of blockchain in general,
Yeah.
its core. So it's cool when projects actually allow people to have a voice and influence it a little bit. because that's what a lot of this is kind of built upon. It's like, hey, if you can think of a way to make it better, be my guest. Help everybody. So it's cool.
Yeah, whatever happened to businesses having suggestion boxes by the front door?
They basically tell you to call 1-800-WA now. Like they don't they don't take any suggestions at all. And it's you take Walmart for example. If you send Walmart a suggestion, do you think one person out of 10 billion transactions a year?
You need a viral TikTok, and then they'll reply.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need something viral that shines a negative light on a situation, and then they're like, okay, we'll address this because it's got 10 million views or something. Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we can start to wrap things up here. I just want to remind everybody, check out shitcoinconf.com, shitcoinconf.com, shitcoin 22, April 5th and 6th. You could also go to brobros420.com and pick up a membership, and that way you can get a general admission to Shitcoin. You can do both if you want, I guess, to show extra love. Go get a membership. Comes with general admission, but then you could go ahead and pick up a VIP ticket if you'd like from shitcoinconf.com. Anything? Oh yeah, don't forget to vote on Our Planet. If you're staking the NFTs over there, you're earning. So pick up an NFT from NFTforsale.com. Almost any of the NFTs that I sell are stakeable over on Our Planet, and you can earn daily there. If you go ahead and take that and vote, you'll earn more. So I think we're like 19 on our way to 18th place, something like that.
We just defeated Street Fighter in a street battle recently, and we're now firmly placed above them. And
that's why it's Kenn with 2 N's, because it beats Kenn with 1 N.
They don't want any of this. We got that Ryu in the corner. We'll give you that leg sweep. I don't know why I'm throwing a lot of chops today.
I feel like the Batman cartoon, when you chop the air, there should be like a pow thing that shows up on the screen.
Or little lasers would follow it, like little trail.
Well, I feel like that's a filter we could find somewhere for sure. I've seen some really cool things being done with Zoom and these
for sure
personal filters people are building.
There's also things you could probably ingest that would make that happen. Whoa.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
So yeah, just wanted to remind people to pick up an NFT from NFTforsale.com, and you can stake it. Earn your Ether, vote, pick up a Bros 420 membership, and come to Shitcoin 22, shitcoinconf.com. And then I want you to head on over to jellies.io, JELLYZ, jellies.io, and check out these adorable little jellies. They're cute. It's funny that you're using that red one as your PFP, because that's definitely my favorite from the website. I love that one.
Nice. Yeah, and if you guys can follow us on Twitter, that would definitely help us out for sure. At Crypto Jellies with a Z on Twitter, I would appreciate it. And then head over to our Discord and just hang out, vibe with us. We absolutely love it. Kenn, you're a freaking beast, my friend. Absolutely love you. Nathan, love you. You got to join the beard team, my friend. You got to join the beard.
He said
it's trying to come back already.
You see that man's jawline? He ain't hiding that shit with facial hair. Those genetics need the show.
Michelangelo chiseled it out of a granite rock. I don't know.
I'm gonna blush.
Dude, I got the big I got a cleft chin right here, dude. I could be like a superhero sidekick with this butt chin. So that's what really birthed the concept of the beard for me. And now it's just forever there.
You look good either way. I think it's both good. You guys probably look great without a beard, and you look amazing with beards.
I want my bearded jellies with dreads. God damn it!
Now I'm matching my PFP. I'm probably turning as red as my PFP.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Oh, Mike Salvi, much appreciated. Haha for hire in the chat. How goes it? Santino, much appreciate the love. Thanks for stopping by. What up? Soham. Hey, put his wax address in the chat. Thanks, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Scan the QR code. Joe, dude,
Like,
my
send me
bro
some-
from Philly stopped by the chat. How's Florida treating you? I'm loving the weather here, man. Joe, good to see you, man. Can't wait to see you. Hopefully you come to Shitcoin. Joe, come to Shitcoin. Chain guys, thank you for stopping by as well. Much appreciated. Zombie 3D, DNB, Chili B, Bitcoiner said, Ken, please meow. Okay.
Meow.
Matthias, how goes it?
You do a
bro,
good
bro?
one, dude.
Sultan Crypto, don't forget to hit my bro Scott. Yo,
Bye.
Scott, Sultan Crypto is gonna hit you up. Check him out on Twitter.
Sweet, yeah, for sure.
It's the best. The best.
Do me a favor, please like and share if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook. Share this in like groups, spam it, and then delete Facebook. Retweet if you're watching this on Twitter. You should have been watching on float.app though this whole time. Float.app. All right, I go live.
We're not over
there.
there.
Yeah, we're live everywhere just because someone's going to cut. Like, we're like the Hydra of podcasts. You cut one head off, there's like 8 other heads floating around still talking shit.
Yeah, I got heads everywhere, bro. You don't even want to see where some of them are at.
All right, thanks everybody and have a day.
Have a day, love you, bye.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get your Kenn Bosak.